Hey everyone, I wanted to wait until the weekend was over before posting this because I wanted to give you all a chance to watch Black Adam. But now that plenty of you have, I wanted to make it official that I am back as Superman. And the image you see on this post and what you saw in Black Adam are just a very small taste of things to come. So there's a lot to be thankful for, and I'll get to that in time, but I want to thank you guys most of all. Thank you for your support and thank you for your patience. I promise it will be rewarded.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Cavill is back. He's in the suit. One of the best moments. Clap it up. Probably one of the best moments. All 5 seconds of it. It was interesting to see like the crowd, like when the theater I went to, like a few people left, but some people were just waiting. And when it happened, it was interesting to hear like how some people were shocked they didn't know it was happening. Like they knew a credit scene was coming, but they didn't know it was going to be Superman. And it was kind of interesting because The Rock has been essentially spoiling it for the past couple of days, So it was interesting to see how many people knew it didn't know.
Blown away. This is my guy, man. Like Henry Cavill is my favorite Superman. I love his portrayal of Superman. Man of Steel is one of my favorite comic book films. Like I said, growing up, I'm a Superman guy. I've been a big Superman fan my whole life. I love this character. So, love pretty much every iteration of him, but Man of Steel was just a turning corner for me, and I just loved his introduction into this world. I love the story they took us on, even into Batman vs. Superman, having him killed, having him come back in Justice League. And having him basically at the end of Justice League, he's our Superman. He's turned into the guy that we've been waiting for in all these movies. But then he never got a chance to do anything else. And it's been a very big head scratcher in the DCEU that they've been hesitant to either continue with Henry or try to reboot. Yeah, like they don't know what to do. And they've hemmed and hawed, and it's like, oh, maybe we're going to do a different Superman and this and that. But it's weird because they're continuing down this DCEU path, still using Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, still using Jason Momoa as Aquaman. You got Ezra Miller as Flash. They're continuing all of these Justice League characters that were established, but some reason were hesitant on Henry Cavill. I mean, even in the Shazam 2 trailer, they show Ben Affleck's Batman. And I'm just like, and that's somebody that walked away from the role. And then you have somebody like Henry who's like, I love being Superman and I'll be Superman as long as they want me to. And then it's just been this dormant of nothing, forever. And then so The Rock coming in and really pushing to make this happen. I love that The Rock always says, hey, I try to put the fans first. I listen to the fans and I try to give them what they want. And he pushed and pushed and pushed to do this.
He hasn't appeared on screen since 2017 as Superman, at least not officially.
Right.
I'm very excited to have him back. You and I specifically did a whole breakdown of the Snyder stuff
we did.
Last year. And one of the things that I kept saying was that Henry Cavill was like one of the best parts of the DC universe. I struggle to understand how they ever thought that they could not make Superman interesting or fun. That is the stupidest notion in the world, that Superman cannot be an interesting character. I'm so happy.
It's a bad take, but people have it.
It's an incredibly bad take because the take is just that you don't like nice characters, right?
I'm not going to lie. I was one of those people.
I know.
I outed myself. I was one of those people, and I didn't really like Superman until he had children.
Oh, you're talking about the Lois, Superman and Lois show?
Yeah, that's when I was like, this dude, he's all like, Superman is an iconic character, don't get me wrong, but it was just, like, I have arguments with other friends, and I'll be like, well, Superman, he's kind of just bland, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's going to always win, there's nothing that's going to really stop him. I mean, the first set of Superman with the early Lex Luthor, you know what I'm saying? That was different because I was a kid, I thought that he was going to be in danger. But after a while, it was like, no. But now, since he has kids at risk and Lois Lane at risk, I was just like, okay, now I'm on board. But that was my take on that.
Gotcha. Suffice to say, I'm very excited for him to come back. I hope this movie does well, if only because we would get Cavill back. Because, like Don said, if it doesn't break $1 billion, they're going to get cold feet.
Yeah, right.
And we're never going to see him again. We're only going to see him shouldered down.
That's why I think it's just such a big deal to get him back. Yeah, it's Warner Brothers doing stupid Warner Brothers shit, but that's also from the old regime, you know? Now they got bought out, they're ran by Discovery, and now there's a new regime there that really feels the DCEU needs to be led by the Trinity, and it needs to be Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. And there he is, David Zaslav. and he likes Henry Cavill, and he wants to really lead it with the Trinity. So I think that's why you're going to see a shift going forward.
A lot of people on Twitter were crying because they're like, oh, he's not wearing the black suit, or oh, they're using the John Williams theme. I don't care. It looked good. I'm happy he's back.
Okay, I gotta say, like, I saw that too, Brogi, and the fact that people are pissed about the black suit thing, why would he be in the black suit still? Like, that is a part of that. But it's not really because of Snyder, because the whole black suit thing was for Justice League. Like, his normal suit is the red and blue. Like, that is his normal suit. The black was because he came back from the dead, right? Like, he was dead. It was the resurrection. The black suit was his healing suit, right? It was to get him back to, like, full power. That made sense for that one story. He was never going to stay in a black suit. Ever. You know?
Snyder.
He was always going to go back to black and red.
But Snyder, sir. Sir.
Even if Snyder was doing this movie, he wouldn't have stayed in the black suit. I don't think Snyder would have kept him in that.
Cavill initially wasn't my ideal Superman, but as time has gone on, he's grown on me. The more I've seen him act, I like him as an actor. So, and I agree with you, Don. I want him to get another like solo film as Superman. Only problem is, if they're going to do a solo movie, I need to know who's directing, and I would like to know who's writing, because that's what I'm more focused on. And I guess we can kind of jump into this weird future for whatever Warner Brothers has going on. Like you said, Zaslav, he says he wants to promote the Trinity, but as we know, Zaslav is a fucking hatchet man. If it ain't making money, he getting it the fuck up out of there. So we don't know exactly his plans per se. But
we do know that he wants to do like a 10-year plan for DCEU, which is something the old leadership.
That's what the old
like. We're going to do one thing and see how much money it makes, and like they need to stop pivoting. They need to make
AT&T 10-year plan, AOL 10-year plan. It's always a 10-year plan. Then they get 2 steps into the plan and kind of shifts it,
and then they get scared and they
$1
pivot.
billion immediately.
Yeah. So we'll see. So we got whatever they may potentially do. Man of Steel 2. I'm all for it. We got James Gunn doing his thing, which it seems like they're tied into this. We didn't really talk about Amanda Waller and how they had what's her name?
Task Force X.
Well, Task Force X, but they had Hardcourt popped up.
Hardcourt.
Yeah, from Peacemaker and the Suicide Squad. We got James Gunn doing his thing. He's apparently working on a new movie, and of course, he's doing Peacemaker 2. We got Matt Reeves and the Batman kind of doing this own thing over there. We got a sequel to The Joker, which is his own thing over there. We got J.J. Abrams maybe doing something, and this is his own thing over there. So I don't know. There's so many different webs and tangents that could be going on.
Sequel with Keanu Reeves coming.
Yeah, Constantine sequel, which sure, I guess. Okay, whatever. David Zaslav apparently really loved that movie. I haven't seen that movie in years, but
I love that movie.
Yeah, John Wick is hot, so sure, we'll do that. And then we got the Shazam movies, which it doesn't seem like The Rock gives a shit about the Shazam movies, even though he produces them. This is kind of a weird thing.
It is weird.
I don't know if you saw at Comic-Con when someone asked Zachary Levi, I said, "Oh, when are you going to fight Black Adam?" He's like, "I have no idea." He's like, it felt like he's like, "I've never talked to The Rock. I don't know."
He's like, "The Rock as well. Return my call."
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. That's what it felt like. So I don't know what the hell's going on at Warner Brothers. From all of those potential ideas, what are y'all most looking forward to see?
I mean, I'm looking forward to Blue Beetle.
Oh, right. Yes. I forgot about that.
That's what I'm most excited about, personally.
If that doesn't get canceled.
God, you better shut the hell up right now.
Fine, it's dope. It's safe.
Yeah, it better be. I'm gonna be mad.
I don't know.
No, I'm excited for Blue Beetle. All jokes aside, I am excited to see The Flash. Not because I think it's going to be good, but I'm curious to see what it will be.
I didn't know they were making a Flash movie. That's the first time.
Yeah, I know. Actually, it's the first time you've ever heard about it. But they are genuinely doing it. It is coming out.
Breaking news.
There's not a release date for it, as far as I know.
Who's acting in that?
I don't know if I care too much about anything going forward. If Cavill comes back and genuinely comes back and sticks around, and they actually announce Man of Steel 2, then I will be super excited to see that. But I'm not dying to see Aquaman 2.
No Wonder Woman 3? You don't want to see Wonder Woman 3?
I hated Wonder Woman 2, so.
Oh man.
I mean, I hope Wonder Woman 3 would be better. So
I
sure.
hope so too.
Yeah, sure. I would gladly see it if it's
Not a high bar.
Yeah, it's not a high bar
It's not.
to leap over.
Well, number one definitely be Batgirl, but wait.
Oh wait.
Oh,
No.
So,
No.
not getting that one. Yeah, sorry. but
Sorry about that.
yeah, my bad.
No movie for you.
Yeah, no movie for you.
No movie for
I don't
you.
care. We already made it and it's completed. We're not putting it.
Yep.
Now, my number one would definitely, obviously, be a Man of Steel 2. I'm hoping that gets pushed through. I was very excited to hear that they were looking for writers and possible directors, and the big rumor being Christopher McQuarrie, who's been working on all the Mission Impossibles for the last couple of years, and is an awesome writer and director. And if they could pull him over, maybe that'd be pretty.
That's
awesome.
gonna take a while, right? Because isn't he working on like another Mission Impossible movie?
He's working on the second one that's coming out, but they're almost done. I mean, they filmed them back to back, so I mean, it would still be a year away before he could probably start filming. But I mean, that's pretty typical for something like this. They don't even have a script, so that would definitely be the highest on my priority list. I am anxious to see the Flash movie. Besides all the drama, from everything I've heard, the film is fantastic, and that's why they're not pulling the plug on it, because it is such a great movie. And so I'm anxious to see what they do. I'm anxious to see how they play that out, how the different characters come into play, seeing how, they kind of shift Affleck to Michael Keaton and do that whole thing. And there's a lot that's going to happen in that movie, so I'm anxious to see. I am very excited for Blue Beetle.
I'm looking forward to Shazam 2, to seeing that trailer in the theaters. I was like, man, this looks good. Blue Beetle, which I keep forgetting about. Whatever the fuck Matt Reeves is doing with the Batman, I'm cautiously intrigued whatever he's doing with that, because I really enjoyed the Batman, and I know they got the Penguin show coming, and allegedly he's doing all these other villain movies, which sounds interesting, I guess. I guess, the Joker did so well, so like do other villain movies. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, definitely I'm leaning more towards the Batman, Peacemaker, and whatever the fuck James Gunn is doing. I'm all in on that too. And maybe a Man of Steel 2 if they get that together. So, but this is, I know a lot of people are like saying this is a new step for DC, but it's kind of the same step. It's just they just gotta stick with it. You know what I'm saying? Because they always have big plans, they just never bring them to fruition. So hopefully we'll see some actual movements with this one. But hopefully, I think The Rock is at least determined enough to try to get it done if they don't keep fighting against them, which apparently was the case with the whole Henry Cavill stuff. So